Refer to the most current installation instructions on installpella.com for the tools, materials, and specific steps needed to install your Pella product. Always use appropriate personal protective equipment. Score the paint or varnish between the trim and wall, then carefully remove the interior trim. Score the paint or varnish between the trim and wall, then carefully remove the exterior trim, casing, or brick mold. Leave any existing head flashing in place. Carefully remove the old window. Inspect the existing wall. Clean the opening, including the surrounding wall, to ensure it is dry and free of any dirt, oil, or debris. Check the opening for plumb and level. Confirm that the window opening is 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch larger than the window in width and height. If there is existing building wrap, fold up the top flap and temporarily secure it with flashing tape. Cut 2 pieces of flashing tape that are 12 inches longer than the opening width. Apply the first piece of flashing tape so 6 inches of the tape extends up each side of the opening. The tape should overlap the building wrap onto the wall surface 1 inch. Cut small tabs in each corner and fold the tape down, pressing it onto the building wrap. Make sure there are no voids in the corners. Apply the second piece of flashing tape so 6 inches of the tape extends up each side of the opening. The tape should overlap the first piece of flashing tape 1 inch. Cut 2 pieces of flashing tape equal to the height of the opening. Apply 1 piece to each side of the opening, making sure each piece extends onto the framing 1 inch. Press the tape down firmly. Place and level shims on the sill 1/2 inch from each side, as well as under any mullions. Refer to the installation instruction for additional shimming requirements. Attach the shims with roofing nails or flashing tape. Apply a continuous 3/8 inch tall bead of sealant at the top and sides of the opening. Place the sealant 1/2 inch from the edge of the opening. Center the window and the opening on the sill shims. Make sure the nailing fin makes contact with the wall on all sides. Drive 2 fasteners, one near each end of the top nailing fin. Refer to the installation instructions for fastener requirements. Place shims according to the installation instructions to make the window plumb and square and to keep the sash to frame gap, or reveal, consistent. Check the window placement within the wall by measuring from the interior surface of the window or jamb extension to the interior surface of the wall. The measurement should be consistent. Drive 2 more fasteners, one near each end of the sill nailing fin. Check for smooth operation. Refer to the installation instructions to make any necessary adjustments. Drive the remaining fasteners into the nailing fin. Refer to the instructions for fastener type and spacing. Cut 2 pieces of flashing tape 4 inches taller than the window. Apply each piece 1/2 inch onto the window frame, over the nailing fin, and onto the sheathing or building wrap so it extends 2 inches above and below the window, press the tape down firmly. Cut one piece of flashing tape long enough to extend 1 inch past both side flashing tapes. Apply it at the top, 1/2 inch onto the window frame, over the nailing fin, and onto the sheathing so it extends 1 inch past each side flashing tape. Press the tape down firmly. Fold down the top flap of building wrap. Cut and apply 2 pieces of flashing tape over each diagonal cut. Extend the tape 1 inch past the end of the cut onto the building wrap. Use a low-pressure polyurethane window and door insulating foam sealant to create an interior seal. Read the directions on the can before use. Insert the nozzle or straw 1 inch into the space between the window and wall. Place a 1 inch deep bead of foam to allow for expansion. When applying trim or other finished materials, leave adequate space between the window frame and the new trim for sealant. After the application of trim, insert backer rod in the space between the window and the siding or trim. Apply a continuous bead of Pella window and door installation sealant over the backer rod. Shape, tool, and clean any excess sealant. Apply sealant between the siding and trim at the sides and bottom. At the top, apply sealant under the head flashing across the front and sides.